Hi, this is a tutorial on how to use this module of code where animations trigger when something comes into the frame. So right there, you can see when I scroll up, once that thing's at a certain position, it triggers an animation. Okay, here's how it works. We can see in the HTML, I have a whole bunch of sections. These sections are just these pale rectangles that I've created to give it, some length so it's scrollable. And then the second one here, scene 2, has a div, which is that black square. And I've given it an ID of fly in. In the CSS here, I've got some styling just to make the rectangles, some styling to center it in the screen. And then I've created this animation, this keyframes animation called slide in, which basically translates X from off the screen, negative 900 pixels, to on the screen to the center, 0 pixels. And then I've created a class with the same name, and all that class does is adds the animation. So what's happening is when the element gets to a certain point on the screen, that class gets added to that element. So let's take a look at the JavaScript. A lot of this you can ignore, but right here, this variable called thing position is just keeping track of where that element fly in is on the screen. So if you're going to have multiple elements that are going to be triggered, you're going to have to copy and paste this and give the variable a different name. So come up with some sort of name for each element that's going to be triggered, and then put in the ID for that element. And that way the code can keep track of where it is in the process of scrolling. And then down here, I've got this code right here, which basically says if thing position is less than 350. So basically, once it gets 350 pixels away from the top of the window, it's going to add the class of slide in. Otherwise, it's going to take that class off. Okay, so if you have multiple elements that are going to be animated, you'll need to take this code right here and copy and paste it, put your new variable, name of your new variable there, the number of pixels away from the top it needs to be, and then put the ID of the element that you are animating, and then put the name of the class that you've created with the animation, and the same thing down here. Okay, and that should work. And then you also need to make sure you've got scroll boss. This code is using jQuery, which is a library of a certain type of JavaScript. This jQuery is not built into browsers. It's a separate thing, so you need to link to it. So that's why I suggest exporting this code pin right here, starting from here and build it on out, because you're going to need already CodePen delivers right now it's already linked to the jQuery library in the settings. If you started from scratch, you would need to link to this jQuery library in your head tag using a script tag. But if you just export it from CodePen and start from there, it should already be built in. So remember, when you export from CodePen, it's the dist, D-I-S-T folder that you want to use. It stands for distribution, not the source SRC. You want to use the dist folder that comes with your export. So hopefully you'll have good luck with this. If you have any questions, just ask me in class or replay this video. And I wish you the best of luck. I can't wait to see what you produce.